great. Fuck.
Yeah, right there.
I really need to be on camera.
Yeah.
It's from a distance. Don't worry about it.
Again, I've said many times I'm pretty. I'm radio pretty.
Radio pretty.
Radio pretty.
He's a podcast hero. All right. So let me do one thing real quick. Let's see if we got in there. All right. 3, 2, 1. Mark. All right. Well, this is Rob from Rants with Rob and Jay, and don't look at me like that. I use that to sync up the tracks, you asshole.
Wow, that's the first time I ever heard that.
Yeah, because I had to.
You're actually here early enough to actually see.
Exactly, to see me get.
Or he's not stoned. You know, whatever.
Well, yeah, there you
Fair
go.
enough.
But anyway, this is Rob from Rants with Rob and Jay, and we're not going to bury the lead at all. We just got back from seeing Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and this is going to be our review. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm just going to start around the room. Ladies first, Jay last. I know Jay wants to go last so we can poke holes in whatever the fuck we have.
Oh, I have many questions.
Yes, I'm sure you do. So I know Jeff's chomping at the bit as well.
First off, you're skipping something.
What am I skipping?
What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking my Black Heart tonight. I'm drinking rum.
All right.
And what do you guys got over there?
We have Barrel Hitched. It's from Eastside Distillery.
Oh, very nice.
And I have something called Eagle Rare, some Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I'm going to share with Jeff.
Because right now Jeff's drinking water.
Yes. I mean, he take this week. He's good.
All right, here we go. So anyway, moving on. We're going to go ladies first. Claudia, dear. Did you point at Jeff when I said ladies first? She pointed at you, dude.
She's jealous of my mic.
I am.
Yeah, she's got mic
jealous.
envy. That's it. Sure.
I do have.
There's nothing vaguely phallic about that. All right.
I know Jeff really is dying to go, so maybe she.
No. Go ahead. I want to know how this.
Go ahead, Claude.
I don't even know what to say. I'm still digesting everything, so.
I can appreciate that. Do you want to wait?
Maybe get into it when we
Why
start.
don't you ask me questions and I will answer? It's easier than for
Okay.
me to just like.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, okay, let's let the actual Star Trek nerd start, okay?
Star Trek?
Oh, I'm sorry, wait.
Good God, you haven't even drank anything yet, and
I
you're
guess
already in
he
the
went
wrong.
to see Star Trek.
Get
It
the
is
fuck
J.J.
out.
Abrams. Give him a break.
Yeah, it is true. He did cross the party line there. Okay, well, tell you what. I can tell Jeff's like driving himself crazy. Why don't you go ahead?
Well, I don't know what you're going to want us to say.
Basically, I want you to give a quick gist, and then we'll get into the meat of it later, like the specifics.
Well, if I have to scale it 1 to 10, I'll give it a 7. But I'll explain why as we start going during our individual point talks on this thing. But yeah, it was good. Great. I don't know. I think
In the scale of Star Wars films, where do you put it?
Well, definitely above 1, 2, and 3.
Well, yeah.
I think it follows well with the 4, 5, and 6. I like it, but I don't. There's just too many other little things in the movie that if it wasn't for this podcast, I probably would have loved it more. But now I went in there thinking, okay,
all analytical and
son
shit.
of a bitch, I got shit to talk about. I did not have
Our Jason's face is already in pain. He's already. Now we're also talking about the guy who was clapping at the movie, which I really need to know what that's about. But whatever.
Was Earl clapping at the movie?
He was clapping.
There was more to that. Now we'll get to it when it comes up. But I ain't bringing it up now.
Okay, because I was sitting behind. Just so everybody knows, I'll put a picture up of everybody sitting together. Not me. I sat behind because we got an extra seat because Earl was coming back. And we're glad to have him back, and I was able to snag an extra seat, and I wanted him just so he could sit and make out with his wife and gross these two out.
Yes.
And he did. Yeah. So congratulations. That's why I wanted you to do that. It wouldn't have been as fun me making out with him.
True. That's very true.
Okay, so.
And may I say, I'm glad I didn't have to even though I love you, all three of you, I'm glad I didn't have to make out with any of you. I got to make out with my husband instead.
First off, that's a lie.
First off,
what was the plan if Earl hadn't come home?
We discussed this.
Oh.
Actually, your only option now is Jeff, because I have a girlfriend now. So. I'm just saying.
I actually am seeing somebody. How did you son of a bitch?
I just thought you were gay.
I'm still seeing somebody.
Doesn't matter. You're right. You're absolutely correct. All right, so we got Jeff's opinion. So on a scale, Earl, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give?
Bravo.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
it was no Empire Strikes Back.
Correct.
Because that is the standard in the bar that most of us who enjoy Star Wars sets it at, as the bar. However, I will put it below. I will put it below it only in the sense that this is the first true original Star Wars.
Oh.
Okay.
Since probably the first one.
And I loved what he did, but we'll break that down because he's a sneaky fucking bastard.
Yes, he is. Absolutely. All right, Jay, scale 1 to 10.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say, just wait for the DVD.
Wow.
Shit, I thought I was gonna be the dick.
Just wait for the DVD. Okay. It was that average. If not below.
1 to 10, maybe, Claudia.
I would say probably a 7 or an 8.
Okay. All I got to say is, did she fucking make the Millennium Falcon drift? Did you see that shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She drifted the Millennium Falcon, Ray.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap!
For something so circular, dragging it on the sand, I was just kind of hoping it was gonna be like a frisbee. It didn't do that. So
big dog comes out and grabs it.
And we got to give marketing props to how they released all these fucking trailers, because every single one of us thought, oh, that's Han Solo driving that goddamn Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know what? It didn't even cross my mind who was flying it, just simply based on the fact that there's nobody who should be flying that thing except him. So it never even crossed my mind.
I think they were setting that up because of what happened.
Yeah.
They were setting it up so she could do it.
Funny story behind some of that, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Now, if I were to give it a 1 to 10, I hate to give it a scale like that. It definitely would be below Empire.
Mm-hmm.
There were aspects of it that I liked a lot better than some of the other films. Aspects I didn't like as much. And we'll get into that. Kylo. And, so... I
is that Abrams having a sense of humor?
Yeah, well, I have a theory about that. So give me the pad.
Get your own pad. There's one right there.
Okay, these are all my pads, in case you hadn't noticed.
Wait a minute,
Anyway.
We have one.
Okay.
He's been writing in that one.
Oh,
he's been writing in that
one.
one.
I'll take that one. Okay, anyway, moving on. I give it a 7.5.
Okay.
7.5 and just below Empire.
You gave
Same
a point.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
That's a number.
We're not going back to you. You can't throw out numbers now.
And I say wait for the DVD. The 4, 5, and 6, whatever you want to say, were way better than this one.
Well,
look. Okay.
There's a lot of similarities between this one and 4.
Yes.
Okay. What the hell's 4?
New Hope.
Oh.
Okay.
There were a lot of the same beats.
Right. Same beats. That was my first thing. Is like right from the beginning. Is like, why does everybody? Why do all these kids live in the desert? Like everything.
Are
like
there any other planets in the universe?
That was my first thought. But it was the exact same movie as A New Hope. To me, it was the exact same movie.
Okay. But do you think? But I think that was done by design.
Of course, it was done by.
Well,
design.
yeah.
Well, they did that with Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same thing.
You're reintroducing a continuous storyline, and in the Star Wars universe, we even go with the Canton universe, there are always circular similarities.
Oh yeah, we'll get into the canon stuff in a minute.
Oh yeah, trust me, canon and EU, because it's there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well,
okay, but I'm literally
there's
thinking like,
universe,
is she like Anakin's
hidden.
Mom? Is she like a farmer just like Luke was? What the hell, dude?
Anakin's
It was just
mom. What are you talking about?
like she was just living in the desert. Anakin was.
She was left there.
Was
Did you not see the
there.
flashbacks?
Yeah.
What?
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
You
no, just what did you say?
She was left there.
Yeah,
Did you not see the
just like
flashbacks?
Luke was just left there with his aunt.
Exactly.
Like,
it's a
He
circular
wasn't
story.
left there. Kenobi lived there, like 10 miles from.
right.
him.
But
And
then,
Greg
but
followed
then
him
again,
around.
there's a robot in the desert just wandering around and happens to find her. Again, why the desert? Why?
Again,
And
the
she can
similarities.
speak
Like,
Troy,
it's the
just
Force.
like Luke Skywalker.
And it's easier to roll that thing on sand than up and
That
down
is a great
stairs.
design. Let me tell you, that
Correct.
is a great fucking
I
design.
like that.
To realize that that's a real
Yeah.
thing and not CGI, the entire movie
Parts
was
of it
blowing me
were.
away.
Parts of it were real.
Not to the extreme that
But you should play with this. It's
easy.
It's really cool. You can play with my ball. Take my ball and go home.
Sweaty balls.
Balls.
Sweaty balls.
I like.
Is that what Lucas did? I
Play
mean,
with his balls?
I could see
I
why
think
he.
Lucas was playing with his balls the whole time he was watching this.
I could see why he'd have to.
I'm bored.
He'd be more entertained.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we've been dancing around any specifics. You've been chomping at the bit. Give us at least one specific that we can start with. So point of conversation.
But the specific I would start at is like to the middle.
Okay.
And I don't know if we want to start at the beginning and work our way to the middle. Okay.
We're going to assume people have seen the
Here's
movie.
my drawback on part of the movie.
Okay.
When Ren took his helmet off to her, when you already know the buildup is going to be he's going to face dad or mom. Most likely I knew it was going to be dad. That was the moment for the helmet to come off. So when the helmet did come off when he met with Solo, it had already been ruined for me because I'd already seen his face with her. Women.
I think that was
well.
to get the
Here's
actor
the deal:
on screen.
is you already knew Han Solo was the father because they said it 30 minutes prior to even him unmasking his helmet.
Earl, were you hoping they named him Jason?
Okay.
No, there's another story. That's not what you think.
No. Do we want to get into this discussion?
Well, he's named Ben.
His name is Ben.
Who was Ben?
Ben Skywalker.
In the other EU.
In the EU.
Yeah.
So they're playing. They're still playing the EU game.
Yeah.
Totally, because I can tell you who Rey is.
Who Rey?
Rey is going to be
Luke's kid. You know, it occurred to me as well. I don't know if they're definitely going to play that out, but I think that's possible. Who did he have a kid with? That's what I'm really concerned about. I mean, I'm a Mara Jade freak.
Of course.
You know, she's the best expanded universe character ever. And
outside of Admiral Thrawn, but yeah.
Yeah, I like Thrawn too, but she's my favorite. And there's a long history there, and he's been nodding a little bit at some things.
I think so.
But what was Jason's name when he turned Sith?
Darth Sidious or Cadus.
Sadus or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, we kind of went in there figuring Ren was related to somebody, either Luke or Han and Leia. One of the funny pictures I saw on Facebook a while back, they had a picture of Finn and then a picture of Lando Calrissian kissing Leia's hand, and they're like, "What if?" Well, that's fucked up. So yeah, it's.
That's actually way more interesting and awesome than anything I just heard. If Finn was Leia's and Lando's kid, that would have been.
And that was another issue I had when Finn is wielding that saber against a partially trained Jedi.
He shouldn't have lasted a second.
That was the big issue I had, and I was like, "How's this trooper?"
Unless
I can see him fighting that other trooper. That made sense.
No, that's not my issue. The issue is him fighting against Ren.
Yeah. Which brings me to my issue with Ren, but we'll get...
Right, they made him so weak.
Yeah.
That was...
Okay, I'm going to say it. They made him a fucking pussy.
Yes, they did.
They
made him reckless.
Yes, that's true. Absolutely.
No.
He threw temper tantrums through the whole movie.
No. Not reckless. Completely untrained.
Yeah. That was the whole...
barely trained him.
That's the point of the whole...
Yeah.
Because what's his name? What's the bad guy's name? The main bad guy?
Snopes.
So
and I have a theory on that one still too.
I want to go back. We have to go back, at least for me.
We have to go back to
Jakku. How far back?
No.
I don't want to go to Jakku.
Pretty far. And for Claudia and myself, you know, I watched like Clone Wars this morning for like 6 hours. All right, fine.
Jeez.
I know,
He's
but
giving us shit.
There's a reason.
He was doing his research.
Yeah, sure. What? I was just bored. It was on. There's a lot of holes to this story, from a lot of holes. Now the two of you, maybe even have read like a whole comic book thing, but to me, you know, Darth Vader died. The Rebels won. Republic is in. Just wait.
I know what you're gonna say.
Who the fuck is the first order? Who wouldn't Leia at this point be in charge of the goddamn stormtroopers? I mean, I would think that she would take over the Republic, be in charge of the stormtroopers, and that's
see on camera. Earl's about to have a stroke.
Earl is about to have a stroke.
For the record, this is what he looked like in the theater.
But
too.
like, oh yeah, but I'm like, to me, I'm like, okay, she's in charge of the Republic. She has control of the stormtroopers, control of the army, control the world. What the fuck happened? There's a lot of holes between.
Disney happened. That's what the fuck happened.
And granted, Walt Disney happened, but you've got to explain that. I'm like, I'm already lost 3 minutes into it. I'm like, wait a second. Shouldn't the stormtroopers be working for Leia because now she's in charge of the Republic?
30 years worth of storyline that got nixed.
Yeah. And
they're gradually rewriting it.
So that's what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Like there's a comic book line out right now that still includes Han. It's called the Shattered Empire.
Right.
I was wondering about that.
But
Yeah, and it's the one I'm.
But even Disney is smart enough to know to cater towards your layman fans, such as Claudia and I, who, you know, like I'm sure you've seen the regular movies, and I come into it like Empire's done, Leia's in charge of the government, blah blah blah, whatever, and then all of a sudden she is like part of this resistance. Well, how is she part of the resistance? She should be the regime, you know, the establishment.
In the old universe she was.
Doing the whole...
Yeah, the Republic came back to being. So, we don't know. All we know is 30 years have passed.
But there's the beauty of it. They're going to make a brand new movie, and that will be explained in that movie.
That's
that's
my opinion too.
I don't think it will.
I think
it
holes
will.
were left on purpose.
I would totally. I totally see.
They're doing 2 more to finish.
Of course they are. There's got to be.
They're doing a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah,
yes.
Han
Rogue
Solo,
One,
Rogue One, yeah.
Just this movie was way too much about Han Solo.
Well, yeah.
See, I kind of like that. I kind of actually enjoyed going back to the old characters and seeing them again. It was like,
seeing them
this is
again,
great,
and I'll go back to Star Trek. They did it with Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek, but they just did it in like little increments, not the entire movie.
Well, they did with Leia. Same kind of thing.
Yeah, Leia, you know, but not the entire movie of, you know, Han Solo finding his father.
He knew that was the only movie he was going to get in. I mean, they killed Han because...
the whole killing of Han, let me tell you my experience on that.
Okay.
I heard 2 people scream. Chewie and our Chewie, Earl, screamed at the same time. I was like this. I was like, are you...
did. We both. And then he looked at me, I was like...
I looked at him and I go, don't worry about it.
Okay, on that
Same
note,
sound.
Though, on that note, when they arrived back and everything, and Leia knew that Han had died because of the Force and whatnot.
Correct.
She gave Ren a hug.
She did. What bugged me was Chewie walked right by her.
Yeah.
Didn't even acknowledge her. And it's not like he wasn't there. He was in like 3 of the shots.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, Chewie is... I know you don't know this, but even this is part of the actual canon, the film canon. Chewie follows Han around because Han saved him. He was a slave, and he has a life debt to him.
Life debt.
Right. And that extended to his family to a great degree. And that went on in the expanded universe. Right. But I don't believe that Chewie would have walked by Leia without stopping.
No, he gave
her a hug.
A big old hug.
At the end, no. As soon as they got off the ship, he did not. He walked right by her. Because I was like...
The firfirst time around when she saw him again, he gave her a hug. Then he did.
But the fact that he followed Finn... That weirded me out.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought that Rey would have gotten off the ship and seen Chewie and Leia hugging and crying.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense to me.
I agree.
But I think okay, I can see that, but
I think that's just one of those things where you're digging way too deep into it. You're being too
we're gonna dig
into
deep
it.
though. I mean,
I know, but I guess it's like
I got a fucking shovel, pal.
I know you do.
I got to dig.
But I think that's just like we're gonna come back to the big old hug between Leia. You know, he's got something to do, and then he'll come back to her. Just like, you know, like
maybe he's got to grab a hyperspan or something.
It could be anything. Like
Chewie, ow.
So I think you're just digging way too deep into it.
Okay.
No, but the hug between Leia and Rey, that is because Leia hugged her as if she knew who Rey was, and that was the first time on screen.
No.
That was the first time on screen she saw Rey.
Claudia does not agree.
No, I do not agree. I do not think that Leia knows who Ren is. I do not.
Wait, she knew Ren.
Rey.
Oh, Rey. Rey. I don't think she does.
Please get it wrong.
No,
I'm
sure.
Any incorrectness might be Star Trek.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If Ren can figure out she's got the Force, Leia's gonna figure out she's got the Force.
Well, Leia knows she has the Force. Well,
you said just
Leia can sense her.
I mean, I know she can sense her.
That's the point. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yeah. But I don't think she like knows. Like she's.
But that was a familiarity hug. Like says, hug her as if you know who she is.
No.
Tell you what, let's do this.
I hugged you.
But you know who I am.
There was a Force there.
There is a lot of Force with me.
Anyway, let's start linear. Let's start with the beginning of the film.
Fair enough.
Now, who else missed the 20th Century Fox intro? That bugged me. I knew it was coming because we're so used to hearing that. For 6 films, we hear the drum roll for 20th Century.
It just started right off the bat.
Yeah, that's true.
And that bugged me, but I was expecting it, so I kind of knew that. Right. But I gotta tell you, just about I think all of them, all 6 of them, start with a ship, whether it's a good guy or bad guy. Usually,
right.
starts right. This was an awesome shot.
Okay, thank you.
I love this shot.
I actually thought you were going to say you didn't like it. And
No,
I disagreed. The shadow was awesome.
Oh, it's fucking sweet.
Beautiful.
If this movie did anything well, everything ship
related
ship stuff, yeah.
Adding to it, when the TIE fighters are coming from the sun, I kept thinking if those old World War II pilots used to say, if you're going to attack from the sun.
Or I
and
pictured A-10s flying. That slow kind of.
Or whatever. If the World War II planes coming from the sun, they look at it, can't see them, and it was all gritty. It looked good. Oh, I loved it.
It looked like it was handheld shot.
And the X-wings coming above the water. That original shot where it's just mist. I was like, that's pretty sick.
That was cool.
Yeah. So from that point forward, so what I really noticed right away was being able to see the details on the TIE fighters. In the old films, TIE fighters were in the distance. Like they blew up, they were models. They never got really close to them. Then because you'd see the glue. So they never got really. They zoomed right in on this fucking thing. They did. Now, I do have a question though. This is mostly because of the toys that I bought recently. Those black TIE fighters are specific. They are specific to the elite guard in the stormtrooper ranks. I didn't see any black stormtroopers. They were not black as skin, but black as an armor.
Yeah.
There is an elite guard that wears all jet black armor. And
when they were standing, though?
I saw the officers wearing black, sure.
Okay.
But in the distance, there might have been some. But I figured they'd have been in this movie. I figured they'd have played a more prominent part. Maybe they'll come later.
Speaking of stormtroopers, what is the... I noticed a couple of them had a shoulder.
You saw those in the desert scenes.
Those were the desert ones.
Correct.
I think they're like a band. I think they're like a rope. Remember ropes?
Yeah.
I think it's a rank kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I think so.
Like a platoon sergeant.
When I was a kid, I thought it was a brace for a rifle because it was the sand trooper that had it. But then when I saw the same thing, I was like, he must be the highest rank.
I think it's rank at some point.
Yeah, it must be.
And then in another scene, there were two stormtroopers that were, their masks, their helmets were really.
They almost look like
different.
snowtroopers.
They almost look like.
The flame troopers.
They had no like.
Oh, the flame troopers are awesome.
Is that what they're?
Remember in the opening scene during the fight, that one shot where the flame trooper steps up and lights the flamethrower?
Yeah.
He was the one with the
okay.
And I've been meaning to get that figure. Oh, I love that one. That one's really cool. Because the shit I hear online all the time is, why do you need a flamethrower in space?
All right. So seeing as how we're going to talk about that scene.
Okay, the opening scene.
The opening scene. Max von Sydow.
Oh, I was so thrilled to see him.
Okay.
I knew he was there.
Well, we know he was there.
Help me out.
But
Max von, remember Dune?
Yes, of course he does.
I try not to.
He was also in the original Judge. He was also in the original Judge Dredd.
Okay.
He was the main judge.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I actually thought he was dead.
You get the familiarity based off of the opening sequence, the words coming down the screen that Poe
fill the gap,
that is going there to see him. That he's an old ally that we were supposed to know.
All right, so he was the dude in the ropes.
The one Kylo killed.
Yes.
Right.
The old guy.
No. But we were supposed to connect the dots somehow, some way. We were supposed to know who this character was in the Star Wars universe.
I think they left it vague on purpose. I don't think we should know who he is.
The thing said,
the
thing said, I don't know word for verbatim, but it said basically familiar ally. Or an old ally that we were supposed to know.
Maybe he's so aged we don't know who he is.
See, that's what I want to know. I want to know who he was.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because this is an ally that Leia knew.
Well, and that's why I said the guy in the robes, because to me he looked like he was wearing the same robes as kind of like Obi-Wan in the first Star Wars. Kind of, not exactly the same, but
right. But we're talking now. You got to remember, 30 years have passed since Jedi. So, from a canon standpoint,
well, this guy would have been the same age as Luke was when he was young.
Oh, in that realm.
Yeah, and within a decade at least.
So that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm trying to think.
Kanan Jarrus. Rebels.
See, Oh.
Yeah.
Because
that would put him about 10 years older than me.
I really haven't watched the whole Rebels thing, but that makes sense.
He's a Padawan who escaped Order 66.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that because Disney's tying all these together.
Right, and they said that the Rebels series will have some impact on these.
And that would make, or it's Ezra, the younger one, who I call Aladdin in space.
Because he would still be of that age.
Yeah, exactly. So it actually probably is Ezra, because Ezra would be about 10 years older than Luke, and Kanan would be about 20 years older than Luke. So that would actually make sense.
Brilliant. Okay. Anyways.
Again, Jay's lost. So we're moving on from that scene. So let's go the intro to Kylo.
You know what? I'm the one that made that connection for them, though. I may have been lost, but I did make the connection.
No, the connection was already there.
You know what? No. When I said about 10 years, around a decade, that's what clicked in your head, and I saw it. I was like,
yeah. With an assist by Jay.
Thank you. Your wife's coming down, by the way.
I can hear that.
And the dog.
Sorry, I can't hold her back anymore.
No, let her go.
Okay, here's the
Let
dog.
her go.
Voice.
Let her go.
Oh boy.
I can hear him.
Hey, look at you and your Mickey Mouse
Hi,
pants.
sweetheart.
By the way, you're on camera. Somebody should tell you that.
Yeah, sorry.
And you look marvelous.
You're welcome for that.
I love you too.
I forgot.
I did like the drop ships that they came in on.
Those
yeah.
carriers are
Troop
cool.
carriers are cool. They didn't learn anything from any other war. They just come out the front and get gunned down. Saving Private Ryan
That's another
style.
great thing about this. What I liked about this movie was it gave you a perspective of the stormtrooper.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the, like I said, I love the real feel
Yeah,
behind
the
it.
stormtrooper's a person too.
They acted differently than any of the other or stormtroopers in any other movies.
Well, the other stormtroopers were disposable. They were just cannon fodder. That's all they were. These guys had personalities to them.
Right.
To a degree.
That's the difference.
And I actually want that helmet with the blood hand streak. That's
Yeah.
an
Yes.
awesome model.
Yes.
It really would.
Yes.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's kind of where in the prequels they made the bad guys all robots for the most part, and then they just blow them up and who cared? Because they couldn't do that to humans anymore, because our society or culture had changed to where we just can't get away with killing people because we know there's people in those helmets. They combined those two things in this one and gave them personalities. I wish they had pulled the helmet off the guy who called him a traitor and hit him with that baton. Was freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was my other question. Is I kind of caught that, and like I said, I watched Clone Wars. Like all the clones, like in the first scene, they all look alike.
Because they were.
And then they
But-
shave their heads,
but in the
put
movie-
tattoos on them.
But they mentioned in the movie that these all are
Conditioning.
born.
No.
They're all born. They were not clones.
No.
Like this army.
Oh, this one, yeah, you're right.
So
But they made also
but the
comment early
clones
on,
were
we
out
think
there.
Clones are better. Remember that one officer said
That they're still out there is what they said. That they're still out there. We could probably
Well,
do better
in
with the
Rebels
clone
they are.
army.
They
Well,
brought
they are
back
in Rebels,
Cody,
but they're a lot
yeah.
older.
Yeah.
Right.
Take your time out.
Yeah, I like that. Ren's ship was pretty nice. I dug that.
It seems really impractical, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, how could you land with those big ass wings? I mean, I know they're
No,
fold
I
up,
like
but
that because it was a
reminiscent of the.
the Tridarian shuttles.
Yeah.
I liked it. You know.
Yeah. I just it seems like his mastery. Then we're still back on that same scene, the opening scene. We saw that great scene in Empire when Vader blocked the shot and then took Han, which is one of the greatest scenes ever.
Right.
But he fucking froze that blast midway.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when later on in the movie when he caught Rey and put her arm behind her back without touching her, to me that signified a real mastery, like a ridiculous amount of mastery. But then he comes off like such a pussy later. Finn got a hit in.
Yeah, that was my point.
How does that happen?
How does a stormtrooper wield a saber and do pretty okay against a partially trained Jedi?
He was probably
Because
trained at least up to the Inquisitor.
Here's
Wait. A sanitation.
Yeah, even worse.
Yeah.
Way to pipe in with the
Alright,
one
y'all.
thing you remember, the shit guy.
He was the shit
You
guy.
guys need to get over the fact that Finn was a stormtrooper.
He was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Right. But I believe that there is more to Finn.
Well, this coming from the Army background, Air Force is more, as you know, specialized. So we don't know how to do anything else. if we're the shit guy, that's it.
I believe
And that's all we want to be.
That's all we want to be.
I believe that you know, from a Star Wars, there's Force. All
I'm
around
sure.
this type of
I'm
thing.
sure there's something within that makes him, you know.
He's probably a Jedi as well at some point. I think there's some Force. I think in the progression movies, I like to think that he's gonna have
I don't know. I think
either
he's
that
just,
or he's the next Han Solo.
Even if that's
I think.
the case,
I think even if you look at that, even like conscientious objector.
Conscientious objective.
well,
Yeah.
okay,
I
but
mean, there's always going to be.
conscientious objector.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. It's a lot of syllables.
I can't even do it either.
Yeah. Don't look at me like that.
Too late. I'm waiting for you to finish yours so I can
Oh.
pipe in.
I think you're dealing with regardless, because we established they're not clones.
Yeah.
So they're human beings. Every once in a while, you're gonna have some guy have some sort of conscious or thought or like. Hey, you know,
But
because he had the wipe of blood on the mask,
why?
which I thought was really interesting because first off, he was the only stormtrooper I ever seen actually hit his target when shooting a gun.
No, they were actually pretty good in this movie for the most part.
These guys are a little bit better than
A
Well,
little bit better,
there
but
was a
still, he was
scene-
the very first. He was the very first stormtrooper I ever noticed hit his target while shooting his.
He was also the very first stormtrooper to hesitate and not shoot.
Right.
But here's the deal. Why did somebody who's gone through all this conditioning, as they put a little bit further in the scene...
Because it's the first time that you ever saw blood marked on a mask. It was all set up for that.
Why did the conditioning not take the Force?
Well, I have a theory on that.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, you don't lean in. You don't need to lean into that thing. I have a theory. They make the comment early on. Now, one of the common tropes in most of the expanded universe, original universe, whatever, is that they take Force-sensitive kids at a very young age. They never know their parents. And Finn makes that comment.
Right.
Now, if this version of the Empire is being led by a Dark Master and by Kylo, it stands to reason that they would be taking Force sensitives.
Yeah.
And similarly, again, you haven't seen Rebels, but the Inquisitors are
Right.
that same kind of thing. So that could be, I mean, I'm just guessing, but it could be in the next movie you find out he is Force sensitive.
Okay, and that's fine, but we
Which is
already
why Ren
know.
turned to him and went, "What the fuck?" You know.
But even then, we know she's further along because she's already made another trooper let her out of the binds,
that
and
was
he still fought
It's not
as
further
good as her,
along. It's a matter of strength of the Force,
which she had stronger than him.
right? And also about it's
Yes.
not only about strength. It's about what
She can
does
stay.
he know. If Snopes is saying, "I've taught you things," because he basically even said at the very, very fucking end, "Bring him. We need to complete his training."
Well, yeah, Solo was right. He's a pawn. They're using him.
It's good.
Okay, she can stay here.
She just needs you for a minute. She's like,
I love you. I love you.
He's an Anakin whiny little bitch. Pawn.
Oh my god, that stuff drove me crazy. That whole. Anyway, we'll get to that.
I mean,
let's
I did not.
Let's stick with
I
linear.
hated that too.
yeah, let's stick with linear. So
I wanted to like bitch slap him.
So Finn escapes. Now Poe. Now we
we
talking
love
about.
Poe.
We love Poe. Partially because I love Ex Machina, and I just love that actor. That actor's amazing.
Yeah, he's
No,
good.
he played the actual bearded dude,
Right.
the scientist, right?
Right.
And Ex
Oh
Machina?
yes, yeah, the bald bearded. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
him.
Okay, that was him.
Okay. What does his name escape me suddenly?
His real name?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oscar
Isaac.
Oscar, yeah,
Isaac.
love him,
Very good.
love him,
Mhm.
and that was a good movie too. But,
We'll get to that in a little while.
I have a question.
Yes.
What was up with all the British accents?
That is a trope from the original trilogy, because a lot of the extras and a lot of the supplemental actors were Brits.
Really?
They filmed at Pinewood.
Pinewood or Pinehurst. Yeah.
I think it's Pinewood.
And German.
Yeah. So.
Mainly in England.
Well, yeah. The See Heil. Yeah.
Mainly-
That was weird.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of
A
uncomfortable.
little on the nose.
Was your blood boiling a little bit there, Lou?
I'm
Although
not
they-
German, so I
I
don't
know.
care.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I thought that was great. You know,
I'm not
not
German, fuck
only
it.
did you have the black and red Nazi sign,
Correct.
and all of them out there, also in the snow in the winter, like I thought more Russia was Stalin than I did.
Oh, that's good.
I was thinking Stalin.
I
more.
was kind of the same. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this looks actually for okay.
Like this is going back to Cold War, back to the '60s when this thing was first written. Like, at all.
What are you talking about? Lucas had nothing to do with the writing of this.
No, I know. I'm just saying that when the very
Yeah,
first
no,
one.
I
first
see
one.
that. I
Yeah.
see. I
Yeah.
I
totally
mean, 4,
see
5, and 6.
Yeah, like Cold
It
War.
was
type
very.
shit
It was very
going.
German.
Well, like I said, you could have bad guys. That
I was
were
thinking more
basically
Cold War,
completely
Stalin type
okay.
shit than I was German, Nazi stuff. But
So he breaks his conditioning. Okay, he's got the blood on. Now you said something about Kylo bringing his mask off.
Yeah.
Did you happen to notice who did not take their mask off the entire film?
Chewbacca.
Whatever. It's all like Disneyland. The whole thing comes off.
Who did
No,
not?
motherfucker.
Repeat.
Captain Phasma.
Oh yeah, Phasma. We know
Now-
who she is.
Yeah, she's from what's her name, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she is.
Kristen Gwendolyn.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, Captain Fat. Did I miss something?
She's the silver.
The
She's the
silver-
silver.
Oh, okay.
Trooper.
Got it.
She's
got
the
it.
girl.
Okay.
She's the big gal.
She plays. It's Brianna Tarth.
Yeah.
Right.
I think she'll be back.
Oh yeah, she'll.
Well, of course she will.
She just like all of a sudden wasn't there anymore.
But
So.
you said that I made the comment that it was to get what's his name, Driver, on the screen, but she didn't come out at all through the whole thing. And I thought that was great because we all knew who she is. Everybody who looked it up and knows
Right.
that. And I still think her delivery was great.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of about 2/3, halfway through the film, I kept thinking, what are they gonna do with Phasma? Like she was there a couple times, and that was it. Had 2 lines.
She had to escape.
Well, because she basically I gotta raise the shield or lower the shield. Well, I'm fucked either way, so she's got to come around somewhere on one side or the other.
You'd be interesting to see her defect. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
I don't know if she'd defect, but she's definitely gonna.
I see her.
Well, plus they have to figure out if she was the one that actually did the lowering. I mean, she could just come back and be like, I don't know how that happened.
Frankly, I see her killing Ren.
No.
I don't know.
Sick of this shit.
We're speculating there.
We're
So.
speculating.
I don't know. But my thing with Ren was I didn't like that he took his helmet off just for what's her name. And then it would have been more.
Well, I was waiting
more
for
of
like a big reveal when he did it. Like
I wanted that reveal to be when
I
he
was
faced
really
Dad.
disappointed when I saw his face. I was like, what? What a pussy face.
He's a handsome man, but I felt like I could bitch slap him.
Oh, he is not handsome at all.
Backstory on that dude.
Here's the thing: is he's a Marine.
He's a former Marine. Not only that, but he growing up in high school.
I was just kidding.
Started his own fight club, a real world.
I
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. He was pretty funny listening to some of his backstory.
So we already knew what he looked like.
Yeah,
I see.
But the thing is, like, they didn't reveal what's her name, the stormtrooper lady, but they should have just saved that moment for when he faced Dad.
I think
It would have made it more.
Frankly, I think they should have saved that moment for the very end of the trilogy, like they did with Vader.
Well, I agree. But if they're going to do it in the movie, this one, it should have been at that time.
It could have been with Dad, but when they did it, I didn't have a problem with when they did it, but it didn't seem like there was a reason why
For
he
her.
did it. Yeah, for her.
That's my point. There was zero reason for that.
She made the crack about I'm going to react that way to a guy in a mask who's chasing me around.
Right.
But here's the deal.
Plus, it's hard for him to emote when she forces back at him without his face. So that's what
Why did Vader wear the mask?
Because he was dying. He could die without it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
There was no other reason for Kylo Ren to wear the mask other than it was to conceal him.
Then
to have him a feel back to Vader.
Then why have a mask to begin with?
Because he was emulating Vader as much as he can.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's a little bitch.
He's a follower.
Here to finish what you started.
Where did he get the mask, anyways?
Did you notice the mask was kind of beat up? Like
melted.
Yeah.
That was from Endor.
Right, I get that, but
the old
how did he know to go there and grab it?
I don't know.
Okay. The blue lightsaber.
Where the fuck that come from?
Bespin. Like, his hand cut off. What the fuck? And I love that she said, well, that's a story for another day.
And she had that for ages.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, so anyways, we'll get to the...
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at in time?
Okay, Finn has gotten away, basically. Or not gotten away yet. He's decided this is bullshit. Phasma has told him to report to, you're going to get fucked up, and turn in your weapon. So then we kind of get to Poe. Now, we kind of skipped the whole Poe part.
Okay.
They didn't play a lot of him in this movie.
No,
he was a very interesting character.
He was. I liked him.
He's a great character.
Yeah.
And they didn't explain how he survived.
No, he did.
He
did.
He woke up like, that's right.
But
that seemed a little weird, though.
He's like a different Han to me. He's there.
Oh.
He's a great fighter. He's a great star, but he doesn't really have any force. He doesn't have any this. He's just
he's the rebel.
Great.
He's the rebel
Han.
Han. He
No.
is.
Did you notice the guy
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Did you notice the guy from Heroes was the new Porkins?
Yes, I love it.
Say what now?
The new Porkins. Remember Porkins?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Heroes. That's where he's from.
He's from.
I kept looking at him going.
Where's that guy from?
Where's he? Yes.
Plus Alias too.
Yeah.
When he was looking at, I kept thinking Red 5 standing by. Porkins and all that stuff. All those things were going through my head.
We're jumping ahead.
We're jumping ahead.
Fine.
So let's stick with Poe. Or not Poe, but Poe for me.
Poe.
So the opening scene he shows up. I was not expecting the opening scene to be the way it was. I was like, I thought Poe came later somehow. I don't know how I figured that out, but
I liked it because it was a reminiscence of the Princess Leia.
Well, that was absolutely right out of the beats of the first movie. Absolutely.
You're my only hope. No, BB-8. Here you go. Get the fuck out of here.
I also think the design of BB-8 allows him to emote more than R2 could. Even though R2 they did very well. Kenny Baker did an amazing job with R2.
Yes, he did.
And I think he came back for this one too. I think they brought Kenny back or somebody. But BB, his design could really lend itself to a lot of puppetry emotion, and I think that's great.
The head turning.
Oh,
that shit. Yeah,
I loved it. That was great.
And wait a minute, with the scene in the trailer when he's peeking around the corner, did we see that scene?
Mm-mm.
What the fuck?
Maybe they saved some stuff.
I think they might have, because that's the big famous scene. That's he peeks around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody emulates when they get their Spheros out. They put them around. That's what I did too. But yeah, I kept waiting for that. Who's on their phone?
I am.
I can hear it.
Okay, I'm looking something up
Okay.
for the movie. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Just wanted to let you know I can hear it.
If he can hear it, the people can hear it. That's what he's saying. He yells at me all the time. I'm glad he's yelling at you.
Yours is like it really gives me a headache.
I blame Apple for that.
But yes, you know what? I blame Apple for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But anyways, I love the interrogation scene.
With Poe or with
Poe?
Ray?
With Poe.
That was very reminiscent of Empire too. The whole
Everything was a ripoff from either one movie
yeah,
or the
but they
other.
expanded on it.
No, they
That's
didn't. They
that's
didn't
nothing with
expand on
Kylo.
Jack.
He has the ability to pull memories out. Like, what the fuck? I've never even heard that expanded universe. That's amazing that he can do that.
Yeah, because most of your Force users, I can sense what you're feeling.
Yeah, nor like I'm gonna rip a memory out of your head.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems
So
like.
what does that say about the abilities of Kylo Ren, and if he's not fully...
All I can figure is that he's massively powerful, and he just doesn't know how to do it.
Let's answer that with this question. Who the hell and where did the bad guy or ugly guy with
Snopes?
Where did he come from?
All right.
Who
I love the
this guy?
hologram that makes him look big.
Okay,
yeah.
Because I totally bet you he's like this.
Okay, do you
Right.
want my
Robotech.
theory on this?
Well, I mean, he's got to kind of, again,
Robotech
this
look.
goes
Do
back to
you
like
want
30 years
my
of
theory?
Yes,
holes.
please.
Okay,
Yes.
do you want my theory on this? All right.
Hang on, I want more facts than I do theories. So if something's like in a comic book or in a book or something, I want more
right.
of.
We're talking about canon, right?
We're talking about new Disney canon.
No, we're talking about canon, right?
Like, I don't know what the hell you guys just said.
Yeah, that's
just
what
give
he's
me
talking
give me a goddamn just backstory with this Snopes dude.
All right. I still believe...
Oh, there is no backstory. That's our point. We've never. I've read all the books. He's not in there.
No. Darth Plagueis is still a factor. And here is why.
Okay.
Darth Plagueis was always working on the ability to prolong his life. Emperor Palpatine even said so.
And the new.
And Emperor Palpatine said...
Who's Darth Plagueis?
He was Palpatine's master.
Okay.
And Palpatine supposedly killed him.
Got it.
Supposedly.
Got it.
Now the book about Plagueis or Plagueis,
Don't go too deep in this answer.
I'm not.
All right.
saying.
I'm just asking not to
So
go too
my
deep.
theory is, and this is because it supports somewhat based off of canon, if we're going to mention shit like this, he was able to prolong life using, he was a force manipulator. He knew how to manipulate the force.
He's just raising his hand.
Hold on, because you're gonna say, well, Darth Plagueis was a moon who had a different shape, size, body, whatever, but he was able to manipulate the force where he could possibly maneuver himself outside of his own body into another
Like
body.
Dark Empire.
Well,
Exactly.
Okay, here's my take on that, and I'm going to piggyback, and I'll agree with you. He has that huge battle scar going on his forehead.
Yes.
1. 2, he may have been part of the Empire and got dumped. He creates
His own empire.
creates the
Right.
First.
the
Because
First Order.
in the book Darth Plagueis, it was always about being in.
Which I haven't finished yet.
Yeah, it was always about being in the dark corner of manipulating things.
Mm-hmm.
He allowed
Yeah,
Palpatine.
but he was so obsessed with living forever that he was negligent.
Not necessarily. That's the story that Palpatine said.
That's true.
He was about expanding and making things something more. But he wasn't about being the one in the forefront of making it happen.
You know what I want explained in these new movies?
Yes.
How the fuck Anakin's mother, I know it's midichlorians, but why the fuck she had to be spontaneously pregnant? The whole immaculate conception thing. I really want them to explain that.
That's not what I want to explain.
That's actually answered.
Hold on.
That is actually answered in Darth Plagueis, the book.
Really? I haven't finished that yet, so okay. That would make sense.
Because
that's right, he's working on manipulating the midichlorians.
he's the one that manipulated the chlor.
Yeah.
So he's the one that made Darth Vader.
That would mean that Anakin was never destined to be a hero. He was always destined to be Vader. Which would play into this.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
I want to know
My
why they
point-
make a huge ass ship with the same goddamn holes I played in Star Wars, the video game. You know, like 2 walls, go down this pathway, shoot a fucking bullet down a hole.
It's aerodynamic.
Death Star done,
all I gotta
or whatever
say-
Death
okay,
Moon, Death
all I gotta say
Planet
is-
this time.
X-wings with headlights.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very
Score.
good.
Finally.
Finally, yeah. It's like Star Trek with seatbelts.
Yeah.
I was like, they got headlights.
You would think? I'm just saying. You would think after so many years they'd be like, maybe we don't want a pathway directly to the hole that
They
destroys the
didn't.
entire.
They created a whole planet.
Right.
Now that was
With
all
a
of
pathway.
sudden
No, they
touched
took-
on
they
that.
took
Yeah,
over
the
the planet.
sanitation dude
Yeah.
had knowledge of.
They
Apparently.
took over the planet.
You saying they made Starkiller out of a planet? Like
That's
they
how
made a
the
base.
story I heard.
yeah.
Yeah, they took a planet
That would make sense.
and decided instead of building something, we're just going to take a existing planet.
Which
And
I loved.
turn it
I
into-
loved
sense,
it.
Yeah, that's the
It was
storyline. I heard.
badass.
But my point is,
Yeah, it was sweet.
but are they stationary or?
No,
'cause it
it's
says-
moving.
That's exactly by what mechanism? I'm kind of curious.
Whenever
about
you
that.
move the Death Star,
Yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't
I
just
love their comparison. This is the Death Star, and this is your Death Star on drugs.
steroids.
Yeah.
But it has the same
I love
goddamn
that.
weakness.
Look,
the
motherfucker,
same
this is
goddamn
the Death
path.
Star.
No,
was
because
good.
that
Oh, it was,
the
dude.
Death Star.
I
you could
seriously, when those X-wings were flying down the little fucking ridge or whatever, I'm like, this is exactly like the video game because you have the towers
We gotta
rising
scan
up.
straight
No,
across this
it
ridge.
was level 2 because you had the towers rising up just like in the video game, and then you have like the
Maybe it was
little.
enough
But
for
And
the
I'm
other
like,
reason-
this is awesome. I'm playing the video game all over again in this movie. that
And we are talking
should've-
about the original
Mhm.
Atari.
Yes, the
Joyce, yeah, the
the
fighter sticks.
Yeah,
You can
Oh,
play
God,
it ground
yeah.
control.
I was
video
playing
game
that for like
Yeah.
Love
2
that.
minutes the entire time. I'm like, there's the tower coming up, and there's the.
Once again, J.J. Abrams is a slippery little bastard. He knows
I
how to make it right.
would. Somebody in his crew was like, "Hey, let's make this look like the video game." People love that fucking game.
I did. I
It's
loved
possible. Absolutely.
it. I
Okay,
appreciate
so
it. I'm
next
just-
scene we're
Okay.
into.
So, are we with Poe or Finn still?
well,
we were still we
we're
would
still
move to
talking
Poe.
about
Okay,
Poe.
okay, so Poe is being tortured.
Yeah.
And then Finn sneaks him out. Now, Finn, the thing I had to remind myself was some of the scenes were so ludicrous that I kept saying, this doesn't make any sense. And then I realized just today I watched Star Wars. I'm like, you know what?
No,
some of that
it
shit
does.
was ludicrous
Yeah.
too. And some of their banter back and forth
Yeah,
was
yes.
very 70s and
Yes.
very of the time. And
Love
makes
it.
sense.
It was the buddy banter.
Exactly. And it makes sense that Finn would be like, I was expecting him to go, fuck her, please. You know, just any second now. I was like expecting him to really lose it. But that was cute. I thought the whole connection, although it bugged me, again, we're back to the hug thing. I gotta tell you, if I met somebody, I guess he did save his life. So I guess hugging him when he landed and he figured out Poe was alive and they didn't explain why. They hugged it out and I'm like, really? It just seemed a little weird to me.
Yeah, you know what? If you're a badass like Poe, or you're just like this cool badass, you know,
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like,
I
you
mean,
know,
they
dude,
helped each
dude,
other.
dude, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He could be my wingman anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, so Poe, he rescues him. Can you fly a TIE fighter? I can fly anything, which is a trope from the original movie.
Yeah.
Can
you shoot anything?
Here's an
Yeah.
interesting thing. I know they were inside the cockpits of the original movies.
Since when
there was
did
no
the fucking
gunner.
TIE fighter?
I was gonna say that there was
that
never
was
a
cool.
two-seater
I
that I
love
remember.
that.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
The other thing that bugged me, and you'll appreciate this, because as far as I understand, even in canon, TIE fighters don't have hyperdrive.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
They were always close.
there was close.
Proximity
Yes. So where the fuck did they think they were gonna go? Like, we gotta go back to Jakku. No. Yeah. They could have at least put one line in there. This motherfucker doesn't have to have a hyperdrive. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
because,
well, shit. I guess we gotta go back
because
to
in
Jakku.
canon, even I believe it was briefly, very vaguely mentioned.
I
in
gotta ask,
Empire.
what the fuck is canon? You guys keep mentioning this shit.
You gotta remember
my
that
God,
Earl
where
and I-
have you been?
Earl and I have been spending.
I don't know. Outside?
We've been spending the last 30 years reading like every.
No, I
comic
get it, but you
book.
guys keep saying canon. Like, explain what the hell you're talking about with canon.
Okay, canon is what Disney has decided is what happened.
Yeah.
Think of it like
okay.
Star Trek. Star Trek, the original Captain Kirk with William Shatner,
Right.
is a alternate timeline.
Okay.
And JJ said, nope, we're going to skew it right here and go off on our own thing.
So you guys are calling like the
No,
30
okay,
missing.
so canon is what one individual is going to say is fact.
All that means is that the stories that Disney tells from this point forward do not relate to the books we've been reading for 20, 30 years.
Right.
That's all
So
they're saying.
all they're saying is we're pulling anything we're pulling.
Man, Claudia, are you more confused than I am?
No,
after-
I'm listening. I'm trying
know.
to.
All
trying
they're
to-
saying, well, basically,
Trying to understand.
when Disney says
When she has to sleep with this man.
when Disney says...
There was a pause.
Yeah, it was. And a smile.
I don't know if the pause was, oh, fuck.
And I quite enjoy that, actually. So there.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, please continue.
All right, canon. 4 words or less.
Canon, for in this purpose.
10 words or less.
Canon is what Disney believes is going to be a historical fact based off of any movies that have already been
Great.
filmed.
It's the 30 years that's missing.
No. No.
Oh,
No.
God.
Movies.
It's the filler shit that you.
You gotta simplify.
It's the filler shit that you nerds
Canon
are just
is
putting
movies, Clone Wars, the series,
Rebels,
and Rebels.
and the books, the new books.
The new books that
As
have
of about
24.
It's all the crap I will never read or watch.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you're lucky because now you don't have to.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
God.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
Basically,
I know.
Canon
You're here
is
to be the antagonist,
basically.
we're here to be the
And
nerds.
I'm gonna say this
I hear
first.
Canon. I'm like,
No.
the camera company is like making.
I will
this
say
shit
this
up.
first. Canon
Like,
is
what the hell?
none of the cool shit that we all want to speculate on that
Right.
we're seeing in the movie now.
Because JJ is nodding to former canon occasionally.
Oh
so
yeah.
you kind of see it in there.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Like
Like
Ben.
Ben and Kylo Ren being Han's son and all that stuff. So
Right.
that's
That
all
turned
stuff
bad.
we knew about for
That
another
turned
history.
bad.
For another history.
Got it. Canon is short for cannon fodder. Got it.
And what if Rey is a solo too?
But see,
That's a little too close to Jason and Danny.
it is, and I would respect that if they would have acknowledged it right away.
Yeah.
Why would Leia not know her own daughter?
Because
Well-
that she might have been taken away and she thought maybe
Nobody knew.
He's dead?
Everybody knew that Queen Amidala was pregnant, but nobody knew she had twins,
exactly.
except for Ben, except for Obi-Wan,
Right.
and that
Any-
robot that I'm sure
well,
got
no,
dismantled
no,
about 10 seconds
no.
later.
thrown in the lava.
Yeah, exactly.
Bail Organa knew,
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
but
Bail,
obviously,
Yoda.
there were people that knew.
I don't know who I want to know. Who knows what? Chewbacca. That motherfucker. How much does he know? Him and R2D2 know everything about everything that's going on in every Star Wars
Well,
film.
you know
ever.
what? I don't know if you ever heard about the theory. The droids have been through every single thing.
Yeah, they're the linchpin.
They are the linchpin.
Mhm.
What does R2D2 know?
Plus, they played the scene in a flash forward with the hand, but they didn't actually get to that point. I'm assuming that's the next film. And granted, we're jumping ahead again.
Well, flash forward, but is that a flash forward of what we think we just saw, or what was a back
You
scene?
keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, I know. These are the droids that you see.
That's what the droids you're looking for.
Because when she grabbed the lightsaber, we're obviously.
Did she really need to stand the same way Finn did? I could see Finn doing that because he's an idiot. He doesn't know how to, he just holds it.
No,
like
I'm not
his-
talking about that time.
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about the very first time when she opened the chest.
Oh, she had the
and
flash.
the
Yeah.
flashback. And she saw the hand.
I think that's a better version of what happened in Empire in the Tree.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they did pretty good with that. It was interesting because what was in your brain going? Where's that? Where's that? Who's that? Did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And then when Ren showed up, you thought it was another Flash. When he stepped out over the snow, you're like, oh, she's imagining it again. Like, oh, actually, he's there. Oh shit. So anyway, we kind of jumped ahead again. So
Yeah.
we're at the point where they're getting away. Finn and Poe are making this friendship, and they're yelling at each other and
Yeah.
whatever. And they crash. And I guess Poe gets launched off somewhere we don't know, and then Finn wakes up, and that's it. Maybe the next movie they'll tell that part of the story as part of the beginning. Who knows? Or they'll cover it. Again, I'm gonna read the book. So
Or the comic
Which
book.
book are we referring to?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because the
adaptation.
Okay.
but the comic series is pretty much the Shattered Empire is essentially what's
See, I
what's,
haven't read that yet at all.
yeah, I got them so far. I got all of them so far, but it follows the movie basically
Does it?
Yeah. Like fills in the side story gaps.
a little bit.
That's what I'm hoping the novel will do too.
So I have a question about that whole them crashing in the desert. So when they come back together, he says, "Oh, I woke up and you weren't anywhere, and blah blah blah, la di da." But it doesn't add up to me because he found his jacket, right?
Yeah.
Would you not agree that if he had really crashed, because he was wearing his jacket,
There are
when he went
incidents.
in
There are
there.
real incidents
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
men have been blown out of their boots.
Mhm.
Like really, no shit.
It's not even that
And they look
uncommon.
clean.
Think of any motorcycle crash. Your shoes come
That's
off.
what I was gonna say.
Helmets fly off. All
Like I
kinds of
said.
skis, ski crashes. Same
So,
thing.
but here's the thing, and what I want to know: did he find? Did he get away before
No.
he got found, or did he? Or he? What came first?
I see what
Do you know what I
what you're
mean?
saying, because when he reached in, and then they kind of made it seem a little later like he pulled the jacket
Yeah.
off a body.
Yeah.
That's the way
Well, that was
they made it
right.
seem.
Doesn't fit.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Somehow, maybe before he crashed, because the jacket had to be just lying there somewhere
So here's
somehow.
the thing. Here's the thing.
It wasn't found on the ground 20 yards.
We
out
don't
of
know how long Finn
Was out.
was out.
Was out. Yeah.
Well,
but what I want to know
Poe
is.
said he was out and woke up in the night.
In the middle of the night.
Oh.
Yes, he did.
So
was it
was
the
there
middle
a
of the
time
night
difference that we're not?
before?
Yeah,
Finn woke up, or after Finn woke up?
we don't know. That.
I bet you anything
Well,
Poe woke
if-
up after the TIE fighter
Yes.
sank, because then he'd be like, what the fuck?
Where is the TIE
Yeah,
fighter?
where's the TIE fighter?
Because
Where's
if
Finn?
Poe woke up first, you know his ass is going back to where the smoke's at.
Okay, now here's my next
True.
question then. Where the hell did he go? And how
Yeah.
the hell did he get off the planet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? That's
He
not
could have
clear,
launched.
but
He
we
could have
don't know.
launched out before the thing even hit the ground.
Do TIE fighters have ejection seats?
No, but the
Apparently
window.
so, because
Apparently
That's a true
so.
point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
because
Yeah, you're right.
Finn had a
Which sets that up.
So, but I think that also pays homage to something else that nobody's else hitting on. Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
I know, I was getting there.
Please tell me about Spaceballs.
Well, no, I'm just saying all the parts across the desert.
We're combing the desert.
Combing
sir.
the desert, sir.
I gotta watch that.
Best.
I love Spaceballs.
Anyways,
Best scene right
we'll
there.
save that for later.
Anyway, so we're at the point they crash.
Yes.
Finn is.
Wow,
being
we're
Finn.
just at that point.
I think we passed that point, didn't we?
Yeah, we're kind of past. Let's skip past. He takes the armor off. He runs into Ray. Ray kicks his ass. That'll.
I love the stripping of the armor. The progression of the
goes.
stripping of the armor.
Because that was very similar to a lot of movies actually. They
Christmas
kinda-
Vacation.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, just the progression.
See, finally,
No,
y'all figured it
It's
out.
the progression of the oppression of the man. That's what it was. The man had me, and I'm stripping.
The best Christmas since Big Crosby Dance with Danny fucking Kaye. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, that's
Flash.
much
Go on.
better than my impactual.
Impactual. You have an impacted bowel? Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on.
Just give him some milk. He'll be better.
We'll be good.
Ew, the fact that you know that is wonderful, actually. That's your keeper.
I'm trying to
Honey,
take
I'm
care
stopped
of my
up. Here's your milk.
I love the. I like the
Solo shooting blind? What the fuck?
Oh, that was awesome.
That
I
was
was like,
awesome.
no. That that was
No,
like,
that was cool.
no.
that was cool.
No, I'm not saying that, but I was looking for so many more. There was a lot of moments where I was thinking Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah.
When he did that, I was thinking Indy. He picked that
Yeah.
from Indy. There was a few other things like yeah.
And I will say there was only one scene where, for some reason, I don't know if it's where they have the focal length on the camera or whatever, when they looked into Carrie Fisher's face, I looked at, for some reason, your eye was drawn to her eyes, and for a split second, she looked like she did when she was 19. When just that the
Yeah.
eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And because all that time I kept thinking, because of course she's older and
Yeah.
But she's still really, like, in
Vibrant.
the movie, she looks still
I
pretty
liked.
for her
Okay,
age.
Yeah.
now I have a different opinion on it. I liked. More fast forward again. I liked the haggard look that they kept with her.
well, she's been through some
Well,
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I like the fact that they showed the real true Carrie Fisher, the Carrie Fisher that has been through the drug-ridden,
Oh, yeah,
addled
yeah.
life that she has been since Star Wars, in which she is very.
Which, understandable,
Honest.
is actually a very small part, but yeah, it's
But
really
yeah,
took years
but
off her,
I just liked the whole. I liked how they didn't shy away from.
no.
You like
At the
Carrie
same
Fisher?
time-
This is me. This is how old I am.
At the same time, I like how they didn't shy away from the fact that fucking Harrison Ford is aged
gracefully.
immensely.
I will say over because I
You were
watched.
here for that conversation.
Oh,
I watched like Harrison Ford's latest movies that he's been in, like what's the one with all the action stars?
Oh, Expendables.
I
Expendables.
didn't see that
His
He
acting
phones that
job.
one in.
Yeah, he's been phoning in a lot of
Yeah.
acting jobs. Like
But he
I'm
put his
just.
shit into this one.
He did. He actually's like, all right, like you're
Like,
now.
are you 80? You're running across a battlefield? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was actually him.
Oh, he broke a leg on this fucker.
That's
so.
true.
Okay, Luke Skywalker, same thing. I was like, when they zoomed in on him, I was like, damn, Goose.
I
know.
You old, man, and you look tattered.
Actually, I think they made him look that way.
He does look better there. That's what I was
like
thinking
the trickster
too.
and other stuff, he looks kind of
The trickster. Well, yeah, and he's got the shaved hair going. I was like,
I was thinking is the cock knocker or whatever.
Now, okay, here's a question. When it comes to Luke, since we're at the Luke thing, were you expecting to see him there or a little bit earlier?
I was expecting that.
I actually,
I thought
with the way
I thought on the planet.
The only place that I thought he was going to come in at was on the planet.
That's what I what I said.
well, with the way they had been, what's the word I'm looking for? Not basically revealing like all the promotional stuff. There's been no Luke.
He's not in the poster at all.
Not in the poster or anything. I think that was designed because they're not going to release to say, hey, here's Luke.
Well, he doesn't play hardly anything in the entire movie at all. The only thing, there's only one comment, and it's loosely based on Luke, which is there's been an awakening.
Yeah.
So that means the entire system knows.
Does that mean Luke or does that mean Ray?
But
I think it means Luke.
But why do we have a trailer scene with the voiceover of Mark Hamill saying,
because he's there. I mean, he's...
My father has the Force, or my father has it, I have it. Or the Force is strong in us. My father has it, I have it. And
it's probably a speech he gives her in the next movie.
Exactly. Because I can guarantee you...
And there's Cockknocker.
We are going to play the EU...
Okay.
We're still going to do we're still playing EU. I think we are.
Turn, stop licking my feet.
Okay. In case you can't see it on the camera, that's the dog licking.
Sorry.
It's not me.
Yeah, it's the dog licking my feet. Sorry.
I don't generally lick her feet in public, but...
Kinky stuff.
No, that's not kinky. Do not keep the feet away from me. That's fucking gross. Anyways.
So now we have a glimpse into the bed of the Earl family.
I think we've had a lot of glimpses of those today.
Whatever. Hey, don't act like
before.
you're tired of it. Okay.
No,
you're
I'm
quite
not.
enjoying it.
Jesus, dude, your dog is licking his nards right there, like on camera.
Wolfman's got nards.
Checking the shit out.
All right. So Crash, Poe finds Ray, or not Poe, but Finn. Finn finds Ray. Poe disappears. So for a while there, the captain of the ship, the bad guy, the Empire. What's it? I didn't catch his name.
General
Imperial officer.
God, yeah.
He seemed kind of young.
For the Empire or the
general guy?
For the Empire. Or for the First Order.
Okay.
General.
No, let's not confuse us on that shit.
Now, what that strikes to me is
well
that
just be the
they
Empire.
had to kind of start over again in a way, and they ended up with a bunch of young officers.
They did.
They make that comment in Aftermath. I think it's Aftermath or Tarkin. No, it's Aftermath. Where they're like, oh, we're stuck with all these young officers, and they're getting promoted to captain and general and blah, blah, blah. They shouldn't be, because they're so young. Because that guy's young as fuck. He's at least maybe a couple of years older than Ren at tops.
Yeah, I found it kind of funny that they were both.
Yeah.
And very little to no respect, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of annoyed me.
He only engendered fear in those fucking lesser people. Like really small or stormtroopers.
But even everybody knew Vader.
Vader walked in the room.
Yeah, there was order.
That's it. Yeah. But when Ren walked in, they're like, fuck it.
It's that dude.
I don't think he engendered enough respect. Ren didn't.
Definitely did not.
Yeah.
I think that was part of it, though. I think that was.
It probably was.
If they set him up for the next movie and he turns into fucking Darth Maul, that's awesome. Darth Maul's my favorite Sith in the movies. I wish they'd have kept him for all three of the prequels because he was fucking awesome. Of course, Ray Park is great, the guy who played him. And I just kept comparing him. I kept looking at, and I kept trying to take Revan, take Exar Kun, and take them all out of my head, and just look at Vader and Tyrannus and Ray Park and then Kylo, and I'm like, Kylo sucks compared to.
But you
he's better than Tyrannus, but
you gotta think. There's no Jedi or Sith really left after the Empire falls.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody really to train him.
Unless that is Plagueis.
Well, and they even said because they even made it very clear, Luke tried to train
that was also
his own family, which is reminiscent of EU a little bit.
Maybe that's why he sent Rey away.
But
No, that's just regular teenage rebellion, dude. I'll tell you that shit right straight up.
No, but Rey, she got abandoned. Like, she had no idea who her parents were.
she's waiting for somebody to come back.
And
that's just straight up teenage feeling abandonment shit too.
Okay.
It's like I can tell you all sorts of psychology crap on that shit.
I don't know. I just Rey or Kylo Ren. The whole aspect of I don't like the way you're teaching me. So for whatever reason, the dark side is stronger.
It's not. No. It's not stronger. He's choosing it because he's even seeing
easier.
He's even saying. He even says.
Okay, because in the expanded universe, Darth Sidious. Well, that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Jason Solo has saw so much. In his.
Cadus, I think.
Sidious was. Okay, Darth Cadus. Jason Solo, who is the twin of Gianna Solo.
Yeah.
You know, saw so much death and destruction.
Well, you're talking about the Killick War and all that stuff that nobody knows anything
Okay,
about.
But the timeline.
Yeah, the timeline's the same.
Actually, the timeline
more.
is
It's longer.
The timeline for this particular movie is
30.
longer.
Yeah.
But 30 years is enough for something to happen. For him to say, I don't like what I saw with what you're trying to teach me initially. Because they didn't say Luke Skywalker walked away from the beginning.
I think Luke Skywalker got his ass kicked.
So somewhere in the first 10 to 15 years of that 30 years, Skywalker got his ass handed to him.
In a big bad way.
And realized, oh fuck, the dark side is a bit stronger.
And he's
than
scared to
I
train
was
anybody
prepared.
for fear they'll fall to it as well.
Right.
Which is actually also reminiscent of the...
Exactly. Because that's actually reminiscent of the legacy stuff that was...
Legacy of the Force.
Yeah. I don't know. You know.
It's...
What do I know?
Go ahead, Claudia.
I'm not Disney.
You're writing something down. Go ahead and say it.
No, she's not. She's doodling.
She's doodling. She's
so
bored. She's doodling.
I'm not bored. I like to doodle.
So let's move on to the next scene. What do we got
Okay.
next?
So let's move forward to the point... Okay, now we're at the point where I wanted to get to in a little bit. The reveal of the Millennium Falcon was fucking awesome.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yes.
I thought it was amazing.
I agree.
Because it was so funny, and you didn't even... I should have caught it. I feel like I should have caught it, but I didn't, and that surprised me, and I loved it.
Which one? The turn when she goes the hunk of junk?
The hunk of junk,
Yeah.
exactly. And they blow up the ship. She's
didn't
like, well, shit, I guess we'll do the hunk of junk. You turn, and it's the Falcon, and my heart went...
Boom. Yeah. No. Your heart made it went boom, but he like physically is like clapping and squealing and jumping up and down.
He is.
But
he turns into a little boy.
No. It was totally. I was like,
how do you know? You were like...
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. I was,
Here's how
and
he
I'm
knows.
like,
he's here.
I'm literally-
You're here.
I-
This is what he sees. Because you were
I look over. I was like,
Art.
what are we like? 10? What's going on here?
And
like,
you were
you're
all like-
grown ass men.
If something happened, when something happened, he was like, "Oh no!" Like
When Han
it was
di- when Han
like
died-
physically hurting him.
When
Yeah, well, I
Han
did.
died, I promise you, I see Chewie go like this, and I hear him go, no! And I was like this. I was like, my head tilted like Chewie. What?
But
And I looked over it.
My entertainment is watching Earl watch the movie. Like I'm not even, and I'm like, I'm on the other side of him. I can see what all you're doing.
He was
I'm
so
like,
embarrassed. He put hood up, everything. He was like this. I looked at him going, what, you got the
Why
Force?
would you be embarrassed?
Embarrassed,
I was
motherfucker. I
embarrassed.
was sitting with this on.
I thought you
with a
heard him for
lightsaber
sure.
in
I know.
my
I
hand.
wish you were sitting in front
I
of
thought
us,
for
'cause
sure
I
you
wanted to
heard
see what
him.
you're-
I mean, I was sitting here. They kept asking me to turn it on too. Those kids that were sitting there.
Oh.
They're like, turn it on. I'm like, no, they'll kick me out. I can't do it.
Yeah, when
I thought
that
for sure you heard that.
reveal came out, dude, I was just laughing at you the entire. I was like, there it is.
Well, anyways, yeah, it was great to see the Millennium
Surprised you
Falcon.
didn't pee your pants, but whatever.
Okay, then we get to the whole made the Falcon drift, that fly scene. They were
Yes,
flying the
it was
Falcon
beautiful.
through a Star
It
Destroyer.
was a
amazing.
beautiful scene.
That was
That was
very-
awesome. That
Yeah.
got my blood all.
It reminded me. Another thing I liked about Phantom Menace, besides Ray Park, was the pod race. I loved the pod race scene.
Yes, and there was some...
It was somewhat similar
Yeah.
to that, reminiscent of that. But yeah, that's okay. So we're get to that point. Now remind me, how did they get away from the TIE fighters? They kind of...
Here's how they got away from the TIE fighters. God damn it.
All right, Jay has something to say.
They put a black guy in the back seat, and Tom Cruise said, I'm going to put on the brakes, and they fly right by. And I was waiting for the black guy to say, you're going to do what?
Okay,
and they did not do that.
Rein it in. First off.
I was waiting for that.
First off, where's Vic Young when we need him?
They
I was
got
waiting
shot.
for Merlin to say, you're going to do what?
They were shot out of the sky. And the second one got shot out of the sky after the gun jammed. She put it in a free fall stall.
That was cool.
And then he got popped.
Yeah.
That was
Phil,
more,
put on the brakes.
That was more like Green Lantern when he came up, installed it, and then came back down. Or Iron Man, for that matter. But yeah, that was pretty. I was not expecting that.
That was pretty.
I really liked that.
I like the Mission Impossible.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Top
No,
Gun
no,
reference.
no, because you're gonna do what?
That's Top Gun, dude.
You hit the brakes, it's gonna fly right by.
You know, because you had the black guy, Bing Rames. You know.
No.
Oh,
No.
Top Gun. Merlin, yeah. Was the black guy in Top Gun.
At the end of the movie. At the end of the movie. The black guy.
That Merlin.
Because he'd never flown with Maverick before, and then they go up to help out Iceman, who's in a dogfight with 20 Russian trainer planes.
No guns on
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for tracking with me.
No, I understood what you were saying.
Yeah.
I knew what you were saying too. I just think you got the character name wrong.
No, I got the character name correct.
Right.
Merlin was
Merlin
the black
was the
guy.
black guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Anthony was Goose. How does he not know that?
Anthony Edwards. Yeah, duh.
Okay.
Fuck you, man. I got Top Gun in 3D, motherfucker. Kiss my ass.
No, you're right. You're right.
I was just waiting. You're gonna do what?
Okay, so they get away. What got me was she made the comment that the Falcon hasn't flown in however many years, and that motherfucker. You know what? Cars sit around that long, they don't start. Like, what? How the hell did they expect to get into space?
Some good juice.
With the son of a bitch. Now, I love what they did with the interior of the Falcon.
Yeah, rusted it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, made it all rough and nasty. It was always kind of nasty anyway.
I just like the fact that
But it aged. It definitely aged.
But she knew what to do.
I got the impression that she'd messed around in it before.
Uh-huh.
Well, she knew what it was.
Yeah.
She knew right away. That's why she didn't want to go to it.
Yeah, she's like, no,
No,
too many things.
I don't think she knew.
She
what
even knew
it
the
was.
history. Yeah, she did because she knew the history of it too.
She knew
it was
the history,
taken,
but I don't think she knew that was the Millennium Falcon.
No, she knows the Millennium Falcon, but
no,
she knew the ship.
It was a YT-800 light cargo freighter.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Not only that, she knew who owned it before that, who owned it before that.
But
and then Han was like, I owned it before that.
That's like any legend, though. She knew the legend of the Millennium Falcon. I don't think she knew that was the Millennium Falcon.
I wish Han had made a Lando comment at that point. I wish he'd been like, I stole it from Lando as he turns around and walks away.
You know what? Yeah, that would have been a good one.
walking by going, yeah, it's my dad, bitches.
He won it in a card game.
Yeah.
I think in the canon, or the old canon, it's with an idiot's array, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're at that point now. I'm kind of blanking on what happened right after that point.
All right, it's a good time to take a break.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for listening to Rants with Rob and Jay on Sterling Broadcasting. These morons can be reached on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and at rumrants@outlook.com. All copyrighted materials are used for review and discussion purposes only. No copyright infringement is intended by members of the Rants podcast or Sterling Broadcasting. Thank you.